Hey guys, I have a massive headache, and so this is gonna be really brief, because it's pounding. But yeah, I really like these chapters. Yeah, I'm just gonna dive in. So God, one of the things that was really important in Hebrew, it was talking about like discipline, and how like He disciplines us. And so we should be thankful for that He cares enough about us that He will give us like laws, or not laws, but like kind of say like, hey, I love you, I'm not gonna let this happen, like I'm not gonna let you keep doing that, like I'm gonna make something that is gonna prevent that from happening. What I'm thinking is like when we run away from Him and then He brings us back with something. One of the reasons why He does that is He wants us to stay His people, and which kind of reflects on Revelation and what we could have if we stay with Him. And so that's kind of why that's really important. But yeah, and then with humans, one of the main things I got was like all humans, like all of us, like we all have our race and it's all marked out differently, and we all take different like paths for our race, our running race. But like our overall goal is still the same, and like we can still run together and like have the same pace together. But like overall, we should all be looking for Christ because He's our goal. So that was one of the things. One of the things for creation that one of the things for creation is how like everything can be overcome by faith. That it was like talking about in Hebrew how the lions' mouths, they were shut, and like the seas by faith was parted, and by faith like Enoch didn't experience death, and it's all these things, and it's like things that are unnatural but that happen because of faith. So I really enjoyed that. And then life's purpose for that in Hebrews was definitely to make Jesus our end goal and to act more Christ-like and to have Him be like what we put our focus on. So that was that. For Revelation, I thought it was really amazing how it was talking about how there's no more light in day. And one of the things was God was going to be the light, and God was going to replace that. Another thing that we don't see today is like God's face, and that during that time, like His face is going to be revealed to us. Not only His face, but His name, and how important names are. Not only will we know His name, but it's going to be written on our foreheads. And so it's whenever we look at every single person, we'll see God in them. That I really like, because one of the things my mom always tells me to do is like every person's made out of God's image, and like we should see every person has that little bit, like just look for that in someone, see their potential. One of the things with humans, like the way that the chapter started out in Revelations 21, it was talking about like a marriage ceremony type, and at the beginning, like God like married us humans, and then with the fall of Adam and Eve, like then we're kind of like divorced, and now with us coming back to the new heaven and new earth and everything with that, it's like God's like, yes, like I finally get to have them back again. And so it's like remarrying God, and so that's really important, and I really like that. I like that analogy for me. Also, another thing with humans is in the New Jerusalem that we're gonna have, the like nobody who has falsehood or practices sins or anything, that will never be allowed in the city. And so we have to have the seal of Christ, is what it says, in order to enter the New Jerusalem. So only Christians and people who believe in Christ and who are saved can enter into that. So that was really cool. Another thing I saw with creation within both Hebrews, but then also Revelation, was like being overcome by God. Like in Revelations, like God's going to overcome the night and the day. So not only that He conquers it type, but that there is no more of that. He is the light, and there will be no night. And so it's really cool that the things that we like light we used to see with and do things with, but then how we use God to see things with. So that was really cool. And life's purpose in Revelations, I feel like it should just be something that we're longing after, something that we should have our hearts be crying out for. So that's all I have for this week. Thanks for enduring that with me.